Hi everyone, I'm Natalie. I'm the graduate assistant at OPR. Thank you for tuning in today for OPR Topic Tuesday. Today's topic is going to be on gluten-free backpacking meals, but before we get started, if you have a topic that you want us to cover, please comment that below so that we can cover that for you. Gluten-free backpacking meals. What is gluten? Gluten is a group of proteins found in grains like wheat, rye, and barley. Protein bonds, aka gluten, is what gives bread and other baked goods its structure. Some people have celiac disease though, and this causes gluten to cause damage to the small intestine, so they can't eat it. Common foods that contain gluten include bread, pastas, crackers, pancakes, cereals, and granolas. Foods that may contain gluten include potato chips, soups, candy bars, and some seasonings. It's important to look for a certified gluten-free label when shopping for gluten-free ingredients and gluten-free foods. There are definitely prepackaged options that are gluten-free, but those can get pretty pricey, and so I'm going to show you guys a quick and easy, cheap meal that you can make at home and also while backpacking. I'll see you guys in my kitchen. Hi guys, I'm back in my house, in my kitchen. I'm cooking. And so I'm all about the simplicity of cooking when camping and backpacking and in general. Last time I went backpacking, I ate about 4 cold cans of ravioli over the weekend, but Chef Boyardee isn't gluten-free. I don't personally follow a gluten-free diet, but I have friends who do because of celiac disease, and celiac disease affects quite a few people according to the Celiac Disease Foundation in 2016, about 1 in 100. I'm going to stir my meal really fast and then I'm going to tell you guys about it. 1 second. Hey guys, I'm back in my kitchen. Right now I'm sauteing some onions and purple potatoes in olive oil. I chopped it up at home, but you could definitely chop it up prior to going on your backpacking trip and store it in some Ziploc baggies or in some sort of steel container. I'm going to then add some water and certified gluten-free brown rice, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. What I did is add a cup of water, and then I'm going to bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to add about a half cup of rice and cover it and see what happens. And like I said, I have all these things at home right now, but you could definitely bring all these things in Ziploc bags to be packaged in your backpack. Alright, I'll check in with you guys in a bit. I ended up adding a little bit more than half a cup of rice. I just kind of play it by eye and guess and hope it turns out good. Usually it turns out pretty good. I also turned down my stove to a lower temperature and just letting it simmer, and I covered it. But obviously you would have a backpacking stove, so you would turn down the flame on your backpacking stove. And we will have a video about backpacking stoves coming up, so stay tuned for that. So I ended up making 2 servings. You might have noticed that it was a little bit big, and if you're backpacking, you'll obviously want to make a smaller portion. But I ended up adding a little bit of peanut butter to mine and hope it turns out good. It'll definitely add some needed calories for my backpacking trip. And I'll be back with the taste test in a little bit. 1 second. Some other meals that you could make while you're backpacking if you have to make gluten-free meals or want to make gluten-free meals. For breakfast, you could have 2 hard-boiled eggs. You would probably want to hard-boil the eggs beforehand and leave them uncracked and then open them while backpacking, but to each their own. You could also for breakfast have some certified gluten-free oats and some dried fruit. It's a nice warm breakfast. For lunch, you could have a rice cake, PB&J, apples, beef jerky, and some cheese. And for dinner, I'm gonna show you, well, I did kind of show you a little fried rice veggie meal that you could make. You could definitely also add meat to it. I just chose not to today, but I did add some protein with the peanut butter, and I'll probably have some chocolate afterwards too for some extra calories. For snacks, you could also bring along carrots, apples, rice crackers, and cheese. You can make ants on a log. You could have cheese on by itself, chocolate, beef jerky, and nuts as long as they're not processed in a factory that processes gluten. You always want to make sure that they have that certified gluten-free label. And without further ado, a taste test. Very good. I'd say 5 stars, especially if I was hungry and in the woods. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you tune in next time, and if you have a topic you want us to cover, please comment below.